Hi, this is Mo Ali, and welcome to the new version of Auto Webinar Press. Firstly, I just want to thank you for your patience. We've had a lot of changes, and we've practically had to rewrite the whole code. So thank you for bearing with us, and we hope that what we're going to be delivering to you is going to be worth the wait. So firstly, I just want to show you, we're on a dashboard, and I'm just going to show you a few of the features. So the first thing here is we've got the webinar section as before. Now what we can do is we can add a webinar like we used to before, and I'm just going to walk you through the whole process because a few of the steps have changed. So naturally we want to use to squeeze the video template. So here we can just have a title, so we can use, for example, this is a test webinar. Now for the YouTube video, again, you can just go to YouTube and you can select any video in the embed, and we just want this whole code just like it is right here. Now webinar confirmation subject, we can just put confirmation of webinar. And similarly for here we can put test of email. Again, here we have the notes. So these are the key areas to use. If you use name, link, and date time as the placeholders, and that's going to fill in the template accordingly. So for example, if you want to let people know when the time is, just use this date time here, like so. Your webinar will be on, just like that. And now here we have the webinar confirmation reply to email address, and this is the email address people will reply to. So if they, for example, someone's got a question saying like, I can't attend this webinar, can I schedule for another day, then this is where the email will come to. So we can just put, for example, my email there. Then obviously we've got the options of which mail service to use, and we'll just use AWP here. And again, we can just use this list here, but obviously we can use whichever list you want to use for AWP, or the other mailing lists. Now, so that covers the squeeze page. Now we're going to go into the main webinar page. So again, here we can have webinar names. We can have this is a test webinar. Now here, welcome audio before video starts. So what we have is when someone joins the webinar, we've got someone to professionally record. Welcome to the webinar. Your session will begin shortly. So you have a choice of either having that yes or no. If you choose yes, it will play. If no, then it won't play. Now again, for the YouTube video URL, again we just go here and we just choose the after we've uploaded the webinar to YouTube, we just embed it like this. Now what we've done is we've actually removed the other options which were Wistia and Amazon S3 and Vimeo from the YouTube video, simply because what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be creating a live stream, which we're going to be showing you now. So now here we have the video length, so we just need to put this in here. So we can see here it's 26 minutes 41. Now this part is very important because obviously we don't want the videos to overlap. So if, for example, your video is 1.5 hours long, then you can't, obviously you can't have this scheduled every 1 hour. So that's just the reason for this. Now YouTube video date, always use the current date. So we're going to use today, 5th of June. Video start time. So here it's 5:06 for me right now. So we can use 1600. And YouTube video interval. Now this is the most important feature that we've had, because now you can repeat your video on an hourly, daily, weekly, monthly basis. So say for example you want to have your webinar repeated every 6 hours. So you just put 6 here, and then what this is going to do is it's going to create the live stream effect every 6 hours. Similarly, if you want to have it as 3 hours, or however long you want to have. Similarly, if you want to have it twice a day, you can put 2, so twice daily, or again, if you want to have it 3 times a week, 3 times weekly. What I recommend strongly is to have it every 3 hours, as that'll give it a good consistency. Now here we have the. Now we're actually going to be going in. Now we've set up the live stream event. Now what we're going to be doing is just going into the actual webinar sessions on the right. So here we have telephone options. You can either show it or hide it. Microphone, show it or hide it. Call to action. we'll display it after say 5 seconds in here, and we'll say this is a CTA link or a CTA this is a CTA. Now you can have it either as a link or you can have it as a button. So say for I prefer to use this kind of button here. Now this is email address for webinar questions. So this again can be one of your email addresses, where when someone has a question during the webinar, they'll send an email send an email to this address, and you can reply straight away. Now again, copyright, we can just put 2013 AWP Demo .com, and again here we can have a number of attendees, so we can have say 17. We can choose the names. Now what we had before is we had a comment that a lot of the names were capitalized, so as you can see we've really randomized it. So some names here are beginning with capitals. As you go down here you can see a lot of the names are just in full capitals. So this has really randomized everything, so it's going to give you a good combination of that. Now special offer is something I'm going to go into a bit later, so we'll just leave that as such, and we can just save it now. So now what we can do is we can go to show webinar, and this is where we've put a lot of our effort into. And what you can see here now is we've actually got 2 webinars. So this first test webinar is one that I've already done, and this second one here, this is a test webinar, is the one that I've just done. So if you want to use this one here, all you have to do is just copy this shortcode here, and then create a new page. So we can just call it webinar 2. And then all we need to do, just paste the shortcode in, and publish it. And then we're done. So now let me just show you a sample of what the squeeze page will look like once it's up. So as you can see, what we've done is we've done a lot of work on the player. So we've now got a customized player on here, and basically, obviously it's got rid of the functions, etc. It's still got the YouTube logo, but we're trying to get rid of that at the moment. But apart from that, everything is there. And now here you can see the selected desired date. So obviously you can see it. We can choose today's date, and here you can see as we've set it every 5 hours on this example, we can see that it's scheduled every 5 hours. And now lastly, what we have here is we've got a register with Facebook option, so people can now log in just directly from their Facebook account. And what we're actually doing at the moment is we're trying to create a way that once you register with Facebook, it will show up either in your news feed or it will show up in your calendar just to remind you. So this is something that we're doing right now. And when you see here, sorry, let me just select the time for this. So now what you can see here is we've actually got a FB login setting. Sorry. So we're going to be creating a video shortly about how to get your Facebook app ID and Facebook app secret. So then you can activate that section and be using that. So these are the 3 main sections here. This show webinars tab is basically the index page of where all your webinars are, so you can have as many webinars per domain as possible. And also what you can do is we've also got in each tab we've got a reporting tab page as well, so you can just see how many people have clicked on the links. And what we're doing at the moment is we're just setting that all up onto one page. So on the show webinar page, it's going to be we're going to have the webinar index here, and then underneath here we're going to have the reporting here. So so you're going to have 2 sets of reporting, and have individual reporting and also multiple reporting. Now the last thing that we've mentioned here is offer. So what we can do is we can add a new offer, and this is something that's going to come up in the webinar. So we can add, for example, test offer 1, and then we can just use the image URL, and then we can just Just obviously write a brief description of under about 100 words is ideal. And obviously you can it's either a free or paid product, and you can have your button text and your button URL. And what this is going to do basically is this is going to create an offer inside the webinar. So you'll see, as we mentioned here, that we had in this section here, I've just added a new webinar, but in this section here where it's got special offer, this is where you'll fill those details in here. And we're actually just in the middle of changing a few things. The system works okay, but it's just limited to 10 seconds per offer. So we're just increasing the features on there, and then we're going to be creating our own little section in here. So that's just a few ideas of what's to be coming in the next few days. So lastly, what we've done essentially is we've redesigned the plugin. We've made it more robust, so that now that all the future changes that we've got planned in mind, we can add them on very easily. Because before, what we had is we had already had a plugin, and we were kind of adding things on sporadically. Whereas now we've got a much more fluid, much more simple plugin that's going to work much more effectively. So again, thank you for your patience, and we really appreciate your loyalty and your patience with us, and we're here to deliver the best product available for you. So you've seen some of the features that we've added. So if there's anything else that you have in mind that you'd like us to add, then please let us know, and we'll get that in as soon as possible. From now on, the plugin is going to auto update in WordPress, so you don't need to keep uploading and deleting and reinstalling a new plugin. And lastly, we're actually going to be having we've actually got about 6 staff working on developing this plugin at the moment. So we're actually going to be moving 3 of them away onto a support desk. So we'll be sending you a support desk details quite shortly in the next day or so. And what that's going to have is any questions that you have, you can just go straight onto there, and one of the support staff will get straight back to you. And as we've got 3 on there, it's going to be a much more quicker, streamlined process for you. So again, thank you for all of your time and your patience. And if you have any questions with setting this webinar up, or any questions about the plugins, then please feel free to let us know. Thank you very much.